Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, yes, indeed. We're getting back to Benin City to get more updates from Sheun, who's got the security perspective now coming through. Sheun.
Thank you so much, Emmeline. We're looking at the security situation first and foremost. That's one thing on the minds of many Nigerians for this election. You know how it is like with security and how touchy things could be when there is a snap and when there is a spark. Things go haywire. But when security agencies are on top of the game, everybody is at peace. So we want to find out just exactly what arrangement have been made when we had the first postponement and now the rescheduled election that is going to happen tomorrow is on our hands and is looming right now. Today is the eve of this election, and we'll be talking with the Commissioner of Police in charge of this arrangement. Is Mr. Haliru Gandu, who joins us on Sunrise this morning on Channels Television. Many thanks for coming on Channels Television this morning, Mr. Gandu. Tell us, the postponement comes 2 weeks now, and we have a rescheduled date. It's tomorrow. Is the police ready for this election?
Thank you, Sheun. Like you've asked, the state of preparedness by the police, you have already spoken. You have seen heap of activities going on by the members of the public. This might have been attributed on the type of measures they have been taking for the past weeks. Those who are following us must have seen the show of force demonstrated by various security agencies, the road march as well demonstrated by the security agencies, various security agencies in the state. The idea here is to build the confidence of the general public that security is on top of the situation and the security has adequate personnel to cover every bit of this exercise and make sure that every citizen can come and exercise his franchise.
How many of your men, we understand earlier that over 20,000 of them will be deployed for this exercise, but how many do you have on the ground and how many men on the ground will you be having for this exercise?
You know, this very important exercise is something that has to do with preparation of an operation order. An operation order has been prepared, and you know, under the operation order, we have before, during, and after elections. Now, the operation order has embodied virtually all the personnels, including all other security agencies who are going to participate in this exercise. We have on ground 25,000 personnel comprising the conventional policemen, the mobile policemen, the counter-terrorism policemen, and the special protection units, the marine police, the police force. In fact, virtually no sector is left behind.
Now, what has really changed? Has anything changed? Your police said
on top of the suit based on our deployment of the personnel.
Oh, you are not proper.
Question must have been answered. Time was outnumbered. I am here to tell you our state of preparedness. The issue I want you to understand is in every senatorial district, we have a commissioner of police to be assisted by assistant commissioner of police. We have a squadron commander That is in addition to the area commander and the DPOs. Again, we have in each of the local government 1 unit of mobile policemen to be headed by a squadron commander. And that's the reason why we have squadron commander and that territorial district to coordinate the activities of mobile policemen. Particular territorial district personnel. That is for the whole 3 territorial district. Brand new choppers.
On the ground, the perimeter of Edo State. Talk to us about what you have in plan. For example, this state is a transit state. There's a lot of passages in and out of this state. What are your plans to ensure that the perimeter is adequately protected, especially this evening and tomorrow?
Well, if you are following the trend of events, you must have seen visibility policing improved virtually everywhere. We have stop and search. We have the mobile policemen analysis, intelligence. So on that premise, you know the if, just like you said, those who are expected outer will lock down state around 1 a.m. The police is going to enforce restriction movement against tomorrow as early as 6 o'clock in the morning. The idea of restricted movement is to make sure that vehicles, tricycles, motorcycles are not to be allowed moving freely. Police.
Before I allow you go, what is the threat level in Edo State right now? Is it at amber and or red? What do you have now? What is the threat level in the state?
Well, let me say precisely here that based on our threat analysis, we have taken care of all the black spots in the entire 3 senatorial districts. We have about 12 armored personnel carriers, and we have fortified those areas in the entire 3 senatorial districts. Not only that, we have enough vehicles and enough mobile policemen. Every local government has been augmented with 10 serviceable police vehicles. Now the idea is to control all nook and corner of every polling unit, of every ward, of every local government, and to make sure that the process of voting, the process of collation, the process of protection of electoral officers, the process of protecting the results to be taken to election centers are done successfully without any hitch.
So, in short, you're prepared for this exercise?
We are prepared for the exercise.
Thank you so much, Mr.
I need to emphasize here that when we had an interactive session with the interagency Committee for the Election Security, we made a clarion call to political gladiators to ensure that they exercise their franchise with decorum.
We need to go now.
They are expected to call their words to order. The command is battle ready to make sure that all those who are troubleshooters likely to commit mischief in one way or the other during this exercise will not be spared.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali Rugandu. We must go now. Many thanks. The Commissioner of Police in charge of this election. Well, you've heard from him, Chamberlain, and it's back to you now in Lagos.